Hey guys, EvilEd209 here, back again with another special Warhammer 40k battle report. Today I am attending the 1999 2,000 point, basically, tournament held by Toy Soldiers Gallery. We're here at the Ligonier Valley Public Library, where we're going to be playing in a 2003 round event. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to bring my Space Wolves with the IG Allies. Looking forward to it. Chad came with me, Greg came with me. Not a lot of the Cellar Dwellers came out today. Guild Wars 2 is definitely responsible for that. But let's go in and take a look. I'll show you my list and we'll show you the tables and we'll go on from there. Alright boys, so here's the Sons of Steel with the 88th Guard Infantry here helping me out. Today we've got a Lord Commissar back there. He's putting a camo cloak. Here's the Platoon Command Squad. They're toting 2 plasma guns, and I've got 2 infantry squad. There's a plasma gun in each of those. Obviously I'm fielding the Aegis defense line here. That's got a quad cannon for some anti-air, and 3 autocannon heavy weapon squads. The beautiful Vendetta gunship and a Hydra flak that I'm getting from the IG, and then of course here are my Sons of Steel. I'm running not 1 but 2 but 3 but 4 Grey Hunter squads. 3 of them are joined by Wolf Guards with Power Fists and Combi Meltas, and 3 6-man Longfang squads of 5 missile launchers each, and my Rune Priest, Chooser the Slain. He's going to either be running Jaws of the World Wolf and Living Lightning or taken from the powers. It depends on who I'm playing. But that's it. That's my 1999 list, and we'll move on to game 1. Okay, so here I am at round 1. I'm going to be playing Josh, who's going to be playing some Dark Angels, which is going to be fun. Here's the basic table layout. A little bit of forest, a big Chaos Shrine over here. Vendetta sitting in reserves. Longfangs here, squad. Hydra flak kind of chilling back here with the big blob squad behind the quad cannon. Squad here, and that's where the Rune Priest is hiding. Squad here, missile launchers, and autocannons over here. I've got first turn, so we'll be moving on, unless he steals, to my first turn. Alright, so Josh is going to be running the Land Raider Achilles, unless we hear otherwise today.
Make sure you get the Land Speeder.
He's got a Land Speeder chilling out in the back there, in 2 5-man squads. He's also got Belial and his boys sitting back here in reserve. Sir, would you care to try to steal?
Yes, I would. Well, apparently my dice does not like me.
That's not a good start to a game.
No, it's not.
Nope. And it's a 3, so I'll take first. Okay, so into my first turn, I kind of turtled up over here in a little corner. Knocked off the Sarge and a Thunderhammer Stormchild Terminator over there, and a Terminator over there, and that's pretty much all I could do. Everything else is kind of out of range at the moment. Moving on to Josh's turn 1. Okay, so Josh's turn 1, he had 1 squad that he dropped here that went off the table, so they're waiting out. Belial and his boys came in here and took out a Longfang over here, and through a barrage of shooting, he knocked off 2 hull points and immobilized that, and took out the heavy weapon squad. Moving on to my turn 2. Okay, so at the end of my second turn, my boys came out and rapid fired a melta gun into this squad here. Only managed to take out 1. A couple of missile launchers into there, took out another. The Vendetta did not come on. I got my Commissar and everyone else firing shots over there. These guys came up here to try to run up and grab the relic. Those guys went over there to try to grab an objective, and I knocked the hull point off of the stupid land speeder because my guys are drunk. Moving on to Josh. Okay, so on Josh's we're at second turn, right? Yeah, you're second. So on his second turn, he dropped a squad over here and kind of ran them in this direction. Assault Cannon came in here, blew up the tank, and his Terminators came in and wiped out that squad down to 2, and there's still 2 left. He moved up here. I think, oh yeah, and he assaulted over here and took out that Longfang squad. That's pretty much about it. My turn. Alright, so on to my third turn. Vendetta came in and put immobilized that and took a hull point off of that thing. This squad here came in and fired shots into here. Story of this one is Josh can't roll below a 2 to save his life, so he's making every save I'm putting on him. I think I took 1 guy out over there, and that was about it. That's pretty much my entire turn. Moving on to Josh's third turn. Okay, so this game's definitely taking a tragic turn. He's basically wiped this down to 2 man, but did not charge in the assault, so they're free to grab the relic and run. He dropped the guy right over there. He's got the objective here. He wiped these guys over here. He charged into the guard squad. If I can get the man to fail a save, I'd be okay, but damned if I can pull that one off, so we'll see how it goes. My turn 4. Okay, so at the end of my 4th turn, basically I whittled down 1, but that stubborn thing's actually working out for me. I did take out Belial and his squad and recaptured an objective here. Threw everything I had at this squad here and was able to grab the, well, I technically don't have it because I declared my run, but I'm going to pick it up on the next round to try to grab that, the relic. He's still got that squad, he's still got that squad. On to his 4th turn. Alright, so Josh's 4th turn, he whittled this squad down here a little bit. Oh, and killed some guardsmen over here, but I killed another Terminator. Moving on to my fifth and final turn. Okay, so my fifth and final turn, I basically ducked the relic down in behind here, but these guys...
Unfortunate turn of events. If those guys would have stayed, we would have tied.
Yep. Unfortunately, these guys here broke. I shot a guy in the back of the head. They still decided to break. So he's going to come over here. Maybe I'll get lucky and take him out. Hell, I don't know. Fired some shots over there, did nothing, and tried to power fist the Achilles and did nothing. Josh's fifth and final turn. Alright, so Josh's turn 5 is over. Basically, he blew up these two Rhinos. The story of the game right here was the two Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators coming in to steal the relic and win the game for him. I overwatched, and he rolled snake eyes on his saves. Which
those three guys deserve purity seals.
Purity seals. Those guys are getting beer when I'm done. Josh probably won the game still. I mean, he got more kill points than I did. He got first blood, and he's got guys in my deployment zone. Actually, oh yeah, over here. So he still probably won the game, but damn it was a fun game. I had a ball, and we're going to count up points, and I'll give you the final at the end. Okay, so Josh and I's game was just absolutely epic. Probably the most fun I've ever had losing a game. He ended up beating me 20-16, but because of the points and I was fully painted and he wasn't, I'm still sitting in second place, so that's not a bad start. I'm moving on to play Steph in round 2, and I'll get back to you during the game there. Alright, so I'm playing Steph, and she's playing Chaos Space Marines. Basically, here's how I deployed my G-card squads all over here. Long Fangs in there, Long Fangs up there, Long Fangs over there. Marine squads all over here. Vendetta sitting and waiting. She's running a Predator, some Oblets, some Termies. That's a Havoc squad over there. That's a Noise Marine squad. There's Thousand Suns in the Rhino. I've got first turn, and it is night fight, so on to my turn 1. Okay, so the end of my first turn, basically I peppered that squad back there of Havocs with missile launchers. Ooh, we forgot to make their check to see if they made it. And, ooh, what's her leadership? Ooh, maybe. Someone up I also knocked off a hull point and the side sponson on the Predator here. Took out 2 of the Oblets, and that was pretty much about it. Did they break? Oh, they're 10? They're good. Alright. So moving on to her turn 1. Alright, so the end of her second turn, basically she blew up this tank, but all my guys made their saves, so they're good to go. And she stunned that one up, so it can't shoot this turn. She moved forward a little, but most everything kind of hung back. So we're moving on to my turn. Okay, so end of my second turn, the Vendetta came on, fired some shots over there, and did nothing. Finished off the Oblit over here, ran forward over here, trying to make a run for the objective. These guys kind of just spread out. These ones are going up here for the relic. There's my backup. And we finished off, we killed a Terminator or 2 over there, and finished off the Havoc squad. On to her second turn. Okay, so her second turn, she exploded this tank and killed a couple of guys with her. Knocked one off of this squad here, but kind of like was making a position for over here. Moving on to my third. Okay, so at the end of my third turn, the Vendetta finally came in and took out the Predator over here. I charged some guys over to that Terminator squad over there. They are down to 2. I have taken the relic and running off cowardly. I mean, advancing strategically in the opposite direction. And that's the end of my third turn. On to her third. Okay, so at the end of her third, basically she fired some AP3 shots from the Thousand Suns into here. Knocked me down to 4 guys. And over there she's down to a Terminator. And that's, I think, covering everything. Moving on to my third turn. Or fourth. Okay, so we're on the end of, that was the end of my fourth turn going into her fourth turn. Basically, wiped the squad down to 2 through missile launchers and everything else I fired into it. Trying to hold this objective, I moved these guys over here for backup. Vendetta even came in and shot some guys. That Terminator is down to 1, but I lost combat and broke, but as you can see, she's already chasing me. And I knocked a couple off the back there, but that's going to be a tough one. Moving on to her fourth turn. Okay, so the end of her fourth turn, she basically fired into the squad and took off Surge with the Power Fist, which kind of stung. And the Terminator won combat and is now chasing me down to the one last guy that's running away over there. Moving on to my fifth and final turn. So my fifth and final turn, basically I plugged the relic over here. I've got that one over there. I've got an objective back there. Termy fell to a melting gun as my guy said, "Come at me, bro," and we shot him in the face with it. I knocked the sorcerer off over here, so he's down to 1. Pretty much the only thing she's got left on the table over there is that Noise Marine squad. It's her fifth and final turn. Okay, so that one was a really fun game. Had a good time, but she didn't exactly have the army to put up with that one, so she did her best. She played a good game, had a lot of fun. I ended up with 20, and I think she ended up with 4 points. But oddly enough, that still puts me in second place. Josh is still in front of me. He tabled his opponent. It was Chad. So he and I are still running 1 and 2. So we'll see how it goes at the end of round 3. Okay, so I'm going to be playing Joe on table 2 over here. He and I are kind of tied for second. He's playing Eldar. He's kind of deployed his Dark Reapers into his homemade Aegis defense line. With Dark Reapers, he got a couple of Falcons, some Fire Dragons in. Eldra just chilling out in there. He's also bringing in his Pathfinders fight via infiltrating. Here's my deployment, and we'll move on to turn 1 if I don't steal. Okay, so Joe's turn 1 was pretty effective. He knocked 2 hull points off of here and immobilized this. Blew up this tank and picked 2 off with the Rangers over there, or Pathfinders. And he fired some shots over here. He also evaporated a Longfang squad. Those Dark Reapers are disgusting. Moving on to my... Basically, so here's the end of my first turn. Night Fights kind of screwed me as far as giving him cover saves all over the place, but I knocked a hull point off right here. Ranger out of there. I kind of like moved the men out and spread them out. Killed 4 of those guys over there and broken. Unless he rolls Snake Eyes, he's off the board.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen.
Yep, nope, not going to happen, so he's running. So we're moving on to Joe's turn 2. Alright, so Joe's turn 2, he cleared out some Marines here, blew up a tank, and cleared out the squad I had up here. I think that's about it, but he did a significant amount of damage. We're moving on to my... Okay, so on my turn, my guys came over here and took out this Fire Dragon squad, and they broke and ran. Between some shooting and assaulting, the Rangers and the Fire Dragon squad are done here, and I'm right at the line, and I'm moving on to his turn 3. Oh yeah, and then the Vendetta came in and took some shots and did nothing. Yay, Vendetta. Okay, so I'm after the event right now. I didn't get the opportunity to film after our 3rd turn. Basically, as soon as I put the camera down, Brad ran around and said, okay, we got like 15 minutes, so my opponent Joe and I just flashed through the last turn. To sum it up, I had 2 objectives, one in the bottom corners. He had 0. He made a really good push to grab the relic in the center, but he had that Warp Spider squad that came on, grabbed the relic, and then I just unloaded every unit that I had into it. So it came out to a 12-6 win for me. You'll see later in this that I ended up taking 2nd best overall. Josh, my round 1 opponent, which was the best game that I've played in a long time, he ended up taking 1st. He went through and beat Chad. You'll see that on the other video, and then I think he tabled his last opponent, so he ran away with it. I took 2nd best. Christian, I think, I know he took an award. I don't remember which award he took. There's another guy, and you'll see that all following this. Overall, had a good time. Brad ran a great event, really liked it. He asked for some criticisms. He's Inquisitor Old Man on Facebook, so take a look, and if you're in the area and you want to try playing an event here in that particular area, give him a look up. Had a lot of fun, had a blast, and that's the end. I think in the end I went 2-1, but it was an all battle point, so I still ended up 2nd place overall. Had a good time. Thanks a lot, Brad.
And then you speak to this man if there's anything else I don't know. GW's changed, so I have no clue and no understanding, and I think that they don't know either anymore.
That's correct. So we're going to give some prizes anyhow because I've managed to manipulate the rules.
So you guys can all thank this gentleman for that right here.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to give the first and highest one this time is going to be 67 total overall points. And that's going to go to Josh Mullins this time. I will give
a Sanctum Imperialis.
Ooh. I will say that that could have been a really close run. I think had we had a little bit more time, I don't know how that final battle was going, but with Ed and Joe Coco, it was looking ugly, it was looking beautiful, and it was really close. Okay, the second highest award that I've got is going to, because GW, one thing they are pushing is painting. Other aspects of the hobby. This was also a 3-way. This was so close, it's not even funny, I was told. I had... Well, actually, if you know the models involved, it really could have been. We've got demons, Eldar, and corrupted humans. I wouldn't even want to know how that was going.
That's even more disturbing.
I had 3 different people help me grade on this. But in the very end, barely edging out 2 people he knows well. Chad, they loved your Demon Prince and the extra bits on the base. You just barely edged out Ron and Joe C. Joe, you seem like you were the one who was just getting pushed to the side like if I have a bridesmaid award, because wait, it gets even better. But Chad, you will get the best painted single model or unit, and you get a manufactorum.
Thank you.
Nice. Enjoy it.
And second overall...
Yeah,
Okay.
we went best sportsman. That's the next one.
Okay. Now, I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me. Get on the blog spot, whatever. Tell me what you think. Post videos or pictures or whatever. I'm trying different things. I'm actually trying to make my own mugs because I think that they're kind of unique. I've got somebody who's going to teach me after they saw how I did them. They said, I can show you better ways to do it. So
It's handmade!
it is indeed handmade. It is indeed safe to drink out of. There's no lead-bearing components. Everything is on the outside.
Darn!
The only thing I can't say is it is hard-coated.
Is the dishwasher safe?
That's what I don't know. You have to try because I've never dishwashed hard coat. But it is GW's best protection. So, as everybody knows, the name of this event was Party Like It's 1999. So I did think beer steins were very appropriate for the prizes, especially for the 40K Best Sport. And I don't know if there's going to be any doubt when it comes to this one, but Dan Adams, would you please get over here?
Hey, Dan.
Is there anybody who says that this guy is not fun and relaxed to play?
Thank you.
Very relaxed, especially when you're templating his Ligonier to death.
Oh man, another template.
I know I've stained him in the past, but with the weather for some reason and humidity, I've been having a heck staining it. And I don't know what it is. Art coat worked great on glasses. Shite on this stuff. I need to go back to clear coat stain. So I apologize, Dan. Or not Dan. I apologize, Ed, because this one will be going to you. The second best overall.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, just emptying it out.
Thank you.
And now, just to tell you how much that it does matter, we needed 3 more points for this gentleman over here to get this mug. Bridesmaid not once, not twice, but thrice. Thrice. I don't know if that makes you feel bad or better, Joe, because you were in 3 top categories, short of the best overall. You actually had the in painted, in general, in overall. But Christian, with that last game, last points, you actually are the 40K best general for total points. Now, that being said, please give me feedback, give me ideas. If stuff is too complex, if we have any issues, if you'd like to see more points, less points, let me know. Please get on. Let this guy know, because trust me, if you say anything to him, he's just going to go ahead and immediately tell me.
Yes.
Actually, it worked great for.
So I'm looking at November.
Okay.
So majority of the hands here, how many people have a specific weekend that is definitely out in November?
Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Black Friday should not be an event day then, right?
No.
Okay, that's we're all in agreement.
No.
So, did you have any other dates? Did you check with librarians?
Not yet. I was
Okay.
waiting to see what you just said.
Okay, so I will shoot for, if anybody has any good suggestions, any specific, I won't be available. I'll try and accommodate the majority. Put them online. There will be an event in November, and we're also going to look for a Christmas event in December. One of the events is going to be a split fantasy or 40K. We're going to do both same day because we're getting a bunch of fantasy players. So that way we can have fantasy and 40K. Yes?
I say for the Christmas event, you get bonus points for having Santa hats on models.
Or Christmas trees.
How did you know somewhat of where we were going?
I can go with
Something
that.
Christmassy.
Yes, there is going to be bonus points for Santa hats on models and Santa hats on you. Or reindeer. You can actually wear any one of the 3. An elf hat, a Santa hat, or antlers for a reindeer.
Can the models as well?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, you got to watch on the horns because it's got to actually be reindeer horns. Otherwise, my Chaos Army wins hands down because
Yeah,
I
your
guarantee you I have the
Minotaurs.
most horny bits there is.
No, I was thinking about HQ being Santa and all the little guys being gremlins.
Actually, if you talk to this gentleman and you go see his wall back there and you want your Santa to be your HQ and you want him carrying a bazooka, he actually sells the Santa carrying a bazooka mini.
Nice.
Trust me, I had to get one, so
Does
don't
Santa
feel
have
bad at
problems?
all.
Does Santa have problems being a long fang out of curiosity? Because I can throw him in there real quick.
Does he look like Santa?
He will if I buy the one off of you. Put him in my long fang squad.
What's the problem?
I've got no problem with that. I think I'm
I have no
grabbing
problem
one.
either.
We're all here to do stuff for fun. I hope everybody had a good time. Again, give me feedback. If there's somebody or something or anything you didn't like, feel free. Put it on the website or shoot me a direct email. If you miss my email, ask me to post the email again. I normally keep it out there. I love feedback, good, bad, otherwise. I can't always change the results afterwards, but I can sure as heck look out and try and keep things from happening again. All I want to do is make everybody happy. So anybody have any immediate thoughts?
A little bit more time on the last game. Wouldn't you agree there, Joe?
I tried to give up to the very last minute. The one thing was, 1999 I knew was going to be tough. That's why I was trying to cut the rounds off so we could get a little bit more in. But everybody said they wanted to try something bigger. Yeah. I'd said one time just about, and I think I said it to you, Dan immediately started telling everybody that was the next event, so I was like, all right, I'll stick with it.
I got it off of him.
Maybe.
Okay, both of those guys.
Maybe
we're probably going to cap it at about 1,700 unless anybody has an issue, because that'll speed up the games a little bit and let me get a little bit more. The one thing I didn't count on this time was 6th edition.
Yeah.
That slipped me. How many more rules slowed things down that I actually am sweating again? I only sweated in one tournament in the last 6 times, and that was the one when we were in multiple locations.
Unfortunately for us, they did shut off the air.
Yes.
It got sweltering.
Yeah, they did shut off the air, so we did start
I let them know whenever I went upstairs and I said, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I didn't even think of that. Please, next time, you don't want a lot of fat men eating pizza
and
in
sweating
the heat.
to death.
Trust me, we have a group that we don't usually create gamer funk.
Try not to.
We will create gamer funk if you shut off the AC on us a second time.
Yes.
I personally will do the bear rub up against that oak wall. And there is a lot of hairy, sweaty back on this.
So much more than we need to know.
I thank you all. I appreciate the turnout. And the only thing I got to do is get this man some money.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.